Well, my daddy left home when I was 3, and he didn't leave much for Ma and me. Just this old guitar and an empty bottle of booze. Now, I don't blame him because he run and hid, but the meanest thing that he ever did was before he left, he went and named me Sue. Well, he must have thought it's quite a joke, and he got a lot of laughs from a lot of folks. And it seemed I had to fight my whole life through. Some guy would giggle and I'd get red. Some guy'd laugh, I'd bust his head. I tell you, life ain't easy for a boy named Sue. Well, I grew up quick and I grew up mean. My fists got hard and my wits got keen. I roamed from town to town, tried my shame. But I made a vow to the moon and stars that I'd search the honk-tonks and bars, kill that man who gave me that awful name. Well, it was Gatlinburg, I've been there, in mid-July. Just hit town and my throat was dry. I thought I'd stop and have myself a brew. At an old saloon on a street of mud. There at a table dealing stud cards sat the dirty, mangy dog that named me Sue. Well, I knew that snake was my own me sweet dad from the worn out picture my mother had. And I knew the scar on his cheek and his evil eye. He was big and bent and gray and old. Looked at him and my blood ran cold. I said, "My name is Sue, how do you do? Now you're gonna die." Well, I hit him hard, right between the eyes. He went down, to my surprise, come up with a knife and cut off a piece of my ear. But I busted a chair across his teeth, and we crashed through the wall and into the street, and kicking and gouging the mud and the blood and the beer. I tell you, I've taught tougher men. Let's try it again. I tell you, I've fought tougher men, but I really can't remember when. He kicked like a mule and he bit like a crocodile. I heard him laugh, then I heard him cuss. He went for his gun, but I pulled mine first. He stood there looking at me as I saw him smile. And he said, "Son, this world is rough, and if a man's gonna make it, he's gotta be tough. And I knew I wouldn't be there to help you along. So I gave you the name and I said goodbye. I knew you'd have to get tough or die. It's the name that helped to make you strong." He said, "You now fought one hell of a fight, and I know you hate me and you got the right to kill me now, and I wouldn't blame you if you do. But you ought to thank me before I die for the gravel in your guts and the pit in your eye, spit in your eye, for the gravel in your guts and the spit in your eye, 'cause I'm the son of a bitch who named you Sue." My mother's not a bitch, she's just kind of uptight, not very affectionate. I got all choked up and I threw down my gun. I called him my pa, he called me his son, which is a nice thing for a father to hear. I came away with a different point of view, and I think about him now and then. Every time I try and every time I win. And if I ever have a son, I think I'm gonna name him Bill or George, anything but Sue. I still hate that name.